Streaming Rackware Veteran here with another episode of Terraria. I'm going back to, I guess, my roots, and I'm going to do some pixel art today. I used to enjoy doing this a lot and just haven't in quite a while. Actually, no, I should maybe just have the comments spoken out, but I don't know. Nah, guess not. It should be fine. I'm on a 50-inch TV, so I can see plenty. Oh man, I've been feeling lousy all week. And as the title said, I'm going to be trying to do a Deadpool, which I think will be fun. Yeah. Over there. Yeah, I haven't done any pixel art in quite a while. That's how I actually started my YouTube channel off, from on PS4, the original PS4 I had, before they even had the Pro out or anything like that. I used to do quite a bit of pixel art back then, and a lot of people liked it, so I kind of figured maybe I can get back into it since I like doing it myself, so. Figured this would be fun once it loads. This game is not known for loading very well. There you go, so you don't have to hear all the extra binging and dinging twice. My apologies for that. I wasn't thinking when I started up the stream. But it's gotten better, obviously. Wow, this is taking a while. I've already been streaming for over 3 minutes and I've been mainly waiting on this. I started the creation of this world before I started streaming, just shortly before, so it's going on already 4 minutes. Ridiculous. I don't know what their deal is. But is it loading like shit? Wow, this is loading really bad. I don't remember it being this slow, but I haven't played it in a while. As soon as this world starts, we'll be getting into the pixel art. And yes, I am doing a Deadpool, and welcome to the stream, whoever's watching. I haven't done a pixel art in quite a while, and I figured I'd get back to what people liked before all the nonsense. At least it's finally getting there. 5 minutes to freaking load. This is nuts. Wow. About 5 minutes. That is just ridiculous. And that's just to create the world. It's not even to load it. And I really hope with the PlayStation 5 they get their head out of their butts for load time. I know everybody hates load times. Yeah. No, I gotta select it again since that didn't automatically take you in. You know, this section takes a little bit to bring all that crap up. It's like, wow. Well, then don't watch, I don't care. I'm still doing it for fun. It's a miracle. You create a fresh world, and then it has to reset the stuff and setting all this stuff. What was the point of creating a world first? It makes me wonder if they really know what they're doing. Alright, for starters, I am going to put these guys out. We are going to put this here, and extra stuff is going to go in there, which is just that for now. These can go up here. That I won't really need, but I'm going to keep it in my inventory. These extra blocks can go here, and we can start to build here. Now, first I got to clear out this wood. Clear out these last two trees. That should be big enough, I believe. If not, I'll worry about that later. I'm just kind of going to be cool. Let me get rid of this. Cut this down. I got an idea. Alright, for this guy's going to start here. You know, I actually am going to zoom in a little, just to make it a little easier. Oh, you dick. I hate that guy. Matter of fact, we're going to fix that real quick. Gonna get rid of him in a hurry. Just in case you need some light. There. Alright, well, let's get back to what the hell I was doing so that idiot ain't jumping in the way. This is the outline. I always do the outline in black. Okay, let's go up this section. kind of want to do it like this because it looks like it's, you know, he's stepping on something. Or stepping up to go to the right. Or just standing still. One of the two. I don't know yet. You or you? I only want that one. Damn, I don't feel good. Alright. Okay. Alright, so that means we're gonna make one here. Alright, let's leave that there for now. Come on, do that. Put a red one there. Some gray. Start filling in. Hopefully, I've never tried using gray on with these bricks, so maybe it'll look good, I hope. I think with the gray, I'll put the white brick or white things in there. What's my max? Okay, anywhere's good. So we'll put one here. I don't know if I want two together though. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, fuck it. It's just for gray. some red there. Welcome to stream, whoever's watching. I am trying to do a pixel art of Deadpool. I haven't done pixel art in a very long time, and I kind of wanted to get back to doing it. Son of a bitch. Hopefully that's a little better. I've been having mic issues. I gotta get a new one. Let me see if it's still working. Okay, it seems to be. It's feeding through the system. There we go. I am currently, like I said, making a pixel art of yeah, I need to get a new headset is what I need to do. It's back feeding into the system and everything. I've had this set for like 3 years. It's about due. Oops, I actually want that there. Oh, you have a new girlfriend? That's cool. I have one. One is enough. One's a pain in the ass enough. I've been with my girlfriend for about 8 years. 9 years, something like that. Yay. That is funny. I never did any of that FaceTime. I'm way too old for that. Well, I guess you're not really too old for it. It's just, I don't do it. I would be sleeping if I felt good. But I don't feel good, so I haven't felt good in about a month. But I just try to stay busy. Alright, we're going to get this one done over here. See, whenever you do these pixel art worlds, it's always good to go with a guy that can summon crap. And then nothing can really bother you. Yeah, I'm kind of beginning to wonder if there's been like a bug going around or something. And people used to love my pixel art stuff too. People would actually stay in the stream for quite a while. It was kind of cool. Heh. Feel lucky. Mine don't. Mine don't make anything better. Long story. No, I didn't lose no bet. That'd make it better if I did, but I didn't. Nah, I don't really have much friends either to lose a bet to, sadly. Oh, wrong stuff. Yeah, but that's nothing to joke about. Oops. And it's definitely nothing to joke about. I kind of had to take some time away from GTA. I played that too much. That game is kind of a bad influence. Oh, man. No, yeah, I can't paintbrush blocks on. Okay, and then I put... Well, they can get from their period and stuff, they can actually have pain down there, actually. How old is she? Alright, wow. 13? Maybe. Some of them go through that pretty early. Actually, the earliest a girl can actually go through that is 11 years old, believe it or not. Thank you, Discovery Channel. Alright, so... I'll go all the way. This one I want here. couple blocks. One there, one there. Get some red. Paint some red. No, I play Minecraft, just haven't played it in a long time. You can't really do the pixel art and stuff like that like I can on this one. Don't get me wrong though, Minecraft is a good game. Just sometimes I can't do what I want to do. Well, you can do pixel art, but you can't paint things, basically, is what I'm getting at. Good question. My mind ain't what it used to be. So that could be. And my head is ringing really bad. That sucks. Recovered from... I'm always suffering in pain. There's no recovering from what I have, unfortunately. I wish there was. No, I'm basically going to be in pain the rest of my life. And my pain's getting worse, along with my symptoms. So I'm just trying to enjoy myself. I just try to relax and take it easy and just enjoy myself. Like right now you wouldn't know it, but my stomach really hurts bad. Deadpool's belt. I just don't let it drag me down, basically. Unless it's so bad that it needs to drag me down, but it normally don't. I got a very high threshold for pain. Actually, before I do that, I want a red one over, I guess, here. Rip, rest in peace. No, not yet. I'm not dead yet. Getting there. Almost halfway done with Deadpool. Well, quarter way, maybe? Ouch, I'm going to try to finish this tonight. Because it's going right to my YouTube channel. Figured it'd be cool to do. Alright, so... I'm going to start here. This is what my channel actually grew off from originally. Was doing these pixel arts. People used to love it. used to get people that would come like every day when I would do this. I figured I'd go back. Actually, make that a 2. One there. And then one there. Yeah, I'm actually growing in subscribers a little bit since like a couple years ago. You know, I've been doing this for 10 years. They sent me a YouTube sent me a thing in my email that said that I started this June of 2008. So I've actually had this channel for 10 years, which is pretty cool, I think. Most people don't have their channels that long. But I've been doing this for quite a while, 10 years. Just as a hobby, just for fun. It's kind of cool. Yeah, way back then when I was doing, when I was doing that, when I was that little, I don't know why the channel didn't blow up, but I told everybody once I got to 100 subscribers, I was gonna do a PC build, and it just went on for like years, where like my channel didn't go anywhere, so I was like, ah, fuck it. And but then now I got a lot more than I used to have, a lot more. Like right now I'm playing on a 50-inch, actually 49-inch, not much difference. A 49-inch LG 4K IPS TV. It's a 60 hertz panel that can supposedly do 120, but I don't care about that. I got PlayStation 4 Pro with an upgraded hard drive and the Xbox One X, and I have a Nintendo Switch. I have both the Super Nintendo Classic and the regular Nintendo Classic. What else? Brand new car. Way back then, I think I was still driving around my Dodge Dart. I don't have that anymore. I traded that in and got myself a 2016 Nissan Altima fully loaded. Like a $31,000 car. Oops, those need to be gray. I have a 2016 Nissan Altima SL fully loaded. It is an awesome car. I am so glad I switched from the Dodge Dart to the Nissan Altima. Has more room, a bigger motor, a little bit bigger motor, which is a funny thing. It has the Dodge Dart I had was a 2-liter 4-cylinder, and this one's a 2.5, but it puts out a lot more horsepower than the Dodge Dart did. No, those are expensive if you can get them. Well, you pay out the ass for insurance too. If I won the lottery, I might get something like that, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Alright, so let's go over, do the arm here. We'll start with this. Oh, and if you hear a cat going wow in the background, one of our female cats is in heat. It's a big pain in the ass. Missed. Yeah, I did for quite a while. Now I'm retired. I don't have to work for nothing. I get paid good to sit at home. If you worked a normal job, to get what I get, you would have to make about $30 an hour to get what I get for sitting at home. Shit. I'll have to fill some of this in. So I get good money through the government. So I just got my enhanced driver's license. I plan on getting a fireworks permit so I can launch off whatever type of fireworks I want. Might even get my might try to get a pistol permit. Yeah, they all do. I figure it this way, since I pay out like $1,600 every single month on bills. I usually do what I want to do with the rest over. Usually. Damn it, I got a song stuck in my head from a stupid movie. Not even a good song either. Yeah, I'm eventually gonna plan on building a new one. It's gonna be about $4,000 or $5,000, but I've been holding it off and waiting until the RAM prices go back down and the graphics cards. They're slowly starting to go back down, so maybe sometime in the near future I'll build another one. Okay, that connects that. That's a big... No, if it's music, I don't usually listen to too much. Just usually whatever's on the radio. I do use Pandora. This was just off of the movie Yes Man. It has Jim Carrey in it. Oh, I don't even know who that is. Sorry to say, I never pay attention to the news, because it's always bad news most of the time, especially where I live. And this is starting to look like Deadpool. I kind of need... okay, I can put one there. I want a white torch over here. Need to lighten up that area a little. Need a white torch over here. I used to live in a lot worse neighborhood. The neighborhood we live in now isn't that bad. Where we used to live was a goddamn... basically a fucking jungle. They were sending up all their scumbags from New York City to live where we were living because every good person was moving out of the area. Shit. I was not paying attention. Alright, right there. Excuse me. But like I was saying, the area that I lived in, all of the good people were moving out of that city. And, they decided to move all the scumbags from New York City up there so they could keep their city funding and could keep their city money coming in there to the city. Because if you lose in population... Oh, I know. Not everybody that's from New York City. It's not even racing. You can You can get scumbags of all colors, shapes, and sizes. No, it definitely wasn't meant as a race thing. There's all sorts of scumbags that live in New York City. Shit, even Chinese mafia, I think's down there. No, it's it's some people that do move up there to get on welfare, to get out of the city or the slums. They get out of there with good reasons. They get out of there and they, even if they have to go on welfare and stuff like that, I don't have a problem with it. When they do it right and they're trying to get their family and everything else, back on their feet and get ahead in life. That's what it's meant for. But in the city that I was from, there's just way too many of them that just sit around and sit on welfare and all that stuff 24/7 and never try to get a job. And it's heartbreaking. It really is. Yeah, I have been robbed. And it's actually technically in the area I'm living in now. I want to move to Canada. My girlfriend don't like that idea. And I'm not going to Canada. It's cold. Alright, so that would be 2. Hey, if you ever want items that can't be shipped to the United States, you could do like I'm doing. I'm actually going to up to Canada for... That's 2, 4. I think I'll redo that. But, trade what? One. But, I actually am I'm going to be buying a very expensive laser pointer. Actually, let me rephrase that. A very expensive laser, because it's not a laser pointer at that power. 2, 3, 4, okay. But, they won't ship. It comes from Sweden, I think. It's the wickedlasers.com. And they don't ship to the United States. But if you have an enhanced license or a passport, you can actually go up to Canada, get a P.O. box in Canada, and have them ship it to your Canadian P.O. box, and then bring it back down to the United States if you want. Which, that's what I'm going to be doing. Because I'm sneaky. Right now I have a pretty cool laser. If you ever do want like a standard, pretty decent laser that will kind of burn stuff, and I'm talking like bags or, leather or anything black, you can actually go on to wish.com, and they do have some very nice lasers actually. I just got one for $12 off of wish.com. It's called the Laser 303. Very nice. It is bright as hell. It's green. And, yeah, you can see that sucker going all the way up into the sky. I think the thing's awesome. Yeah, one there. Well, I didn't either, but with certain things, it's actually not that bad. The shipping wasn't bad. Well, shipping was free. I mean, like, shipping time wasn't bad. And it actually wasn't... It was a pretty good thing all around, actually. Okay, yeah, straight crossed. Yeah. 2. Where? This is one too many. Boop. Yeah. No, I'm not sponsored by Wish. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Unless you consider me getting paid by the government for being in Iraq being sponsored. I guess that would be kind of being sponsored. No, I just had a good experience on it. I'm passing along. I actually did a review, I think, on my YouTube channel, the laser that I got from them. I don't get nothing designer. I like cheap clothes. Well, I take that back. I got some Nike shoes recently. And I got a New York Yankees hat from the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. Yeah, my Nikes were about $100. So I guess I do get some designer stuff, but I'm not really into materialistic things like that anyways. Nothing wrong with that, but to each his own, you know? I like spending my money on electronics, I guess. So... I need that one to be black. It's coming out alright. You can see how it kind of looks like Deadpool so far. I mean, really, if you think about it, is a name really worth buying something for, honestly? I mean, to me, a name doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean the clothes are any better or, you know, anything like that, really. Oop, I gotta put one on this side while I'm thinking about it. 'Cause that's supposed to look like that. I mean, Gucci or anything like that doesn't mean that the clothes are better. I mean, really, I'm not trying to be an ass or anything, but a lot of people go there just to kind of brag that they do have something that they think is better than something else, really. Yeah, it all is, actually, sadly. Yes, but everything else can have just as well quality. They're not, they don't have any higher quality standards than really anything else. I mean, if they were the top of the line and had better quality and everything else, you know, they would last years and years longer than anything else. And really, they don't last any longer than anything else because I have like Walmart shirts that I like because they had Deadpool or the Transformers on them or something like that that I've had for over 12 years. I wear through shoes. It doesn't matter what shoes they are. I guarantee I'd wear the shit out of them in a hurry. They wouldn't last any longer. Just like I'm waiting for these Nikes to wear out. Seems like any shoes I get just don't last all that long. Probably half the reason because I'm flat-footed. Shit, I need... You're not going to be able to see that belt very well. Well, yeah, true. Or it could just say that. I mean, do we really nowadays know where anything actually comes from? Shit, most of the good stuff actually sadly comes from China. I have no problems with buying stuff that comes from China. I mean, soon you ain't gonna be able to go into stores and buy anything from anywheres. It's all gonna be from over that way anyways. That is funny. Alright, so we'll go... See, I've killed 50 zombies and haven't done a fucking thing. Excuse me. I ate something that's just not agreeing with me. So here, I think maybe every other day I might do some more pixel art. I'm gonna start off here with this Deadpool. I'm gonna finish him up tonight. And then tomorrow I might do a different character, or the day after or something. Do some of the ones that I lost from before that I want to do again. Actually, we're going to do this the easy way since this ain't going to be hard. Whoops. Well, if I keep fucking shit up, though. He's got a single sword. And then... yeah, one more on each. No. Sadly, I don't. Actually, I need one more right there. This is going to be a sword handle. Yeah, it all comes from experience. Just don't jump into anything that's the best that anybody can tell anybody. Especially if what you're saying is true or not about the wealthiness and shit, you could end up running into some woman that just wants money from you. Yeah, we're gonna put one right there. Well, let's get that out. That's gonna bug me. There we go. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. There, that brightens that up a little bit. I don't know. I might put that back to a white block, though, or a red block. I just don't know if I like the look of that so much. But there's no really good way to light up his belt. Oh, they all are at the beginning. Sadly. Things always change. Could be for the better, or could be for the worse. None of it ever stays the same. Ever. A lot of them are. That's why I didn't tell my ex-wife that I get more money and shit. As far as I'm considered, she doesn't deserve to get more money from me. I mean, when I got my initial payment and shit, I paid off my child support, which was like $4,000. And she didn't give it to our kid or anything like that. She went out and got herself a fucking boob job. Yeah, mother of the year right there for you. Oop, shit, wrong color. But trust me, they never stay the same. Ever. Sometimes they're just emotional like that, I guess. Oh, ugh, I've been sitting in this chair for too long. Hey, Blue Wolf, how's it going? And whatever Neri said, I don't speak Spanish. I'm assuming that's Spanish, because that's what your name looks like is Spanish. Well, if you're suicidal because now I see your whole conversation is going stupid, then that's no excuse. I guarantee my depression is shit tons more than yours ever wishes of being, with what I suffer from every single day. And I'm not suicidal or anything like that. That's not a joke. And I don't want to hear anybody joking about depression. Because I've seen and done things that would make most of you shit yourselves. Enough of that. I'm going to play Forrest Gump. That's all I'm going to talk about that. Or whatever the fuck he said. I can understand anybody can have depression, but there's no excuse for being suicidal. In what sense I'm haunted every single day by what I've seen and done. Just a person. I'm a retired Army veteran, that's what I am. Shit, what'd I do? Favorite R2. There we go. And then 2 middle ones are going to be red. I'm an Iraq veteran, if that helps you understand. I was with the 3rd Brigade, 4th Infantry Division in Iraq. We were the ones responsible for catching Saddam and catching quite a bit of his generals. If you ever saw the playing cards, I don't know. Yep, fully retired. This is all I do. Well, okay, no, this isn't the only thing I do. I travel and shit. That just was a bad way of putting that. Nope, I travel, I do stuff, I have fun. So I plan on maybe going to a water park next month. Alright, now I just got the head left. See, it's looking like Deadpool. Oh, you mean one of the guys that did, like, putting the bags underneath and stuff? That'd be kind of cool. If that's what you're talking about. I wonder if that's too many torches. Oh, gas? That's cool. Still nothing wrong with that. I like airplanes. Yeah, we'll take this one out. I don't read comics. I watch movies. I don't like to read. I can read. I'm not illiterate or anything. I just don't like to read. It bores me. Yeah, I guess we'll leave it like that. Screw it. He's too tall to fly. That one, you just kind of lost me on that one. Alright, so start there. Go back to my blue bricks. Yeah, I'm starting to get tired and I'm forgetting which buttons do what. That's sad. If anything, you might want to join the Army instead of the Marines, unless it's a family thing. The Marines are shit ton harder than the Army. And they do not tolerate stuff. I went to, basically since I was a 13 Foxtrot, my basic training was the hardest basic training you can get in the military, which is the infantry school. I went to Fort Benning, Georgia for my basic training, which is home with the infantry. That wasn't no joke. And the stupid thing is since I was like 18 or 19 or something like that when I signed up, I wasn't thinking when I signed up. I took my ASVAB test and I could have got any job I wanted because I did really good on my ASVAB test. And I picked artillery, which is a highly deployable combat job. And the reason I picked it is because they kind of duped me into doing it because I got a $20,000 signing bonus and I got $20,000 for college, the Montgomery GI Bill, which I've never used either. Oh, well, no, I used the money. I meant just the college one I didn't use. Excuse me. Steroids? Best way? Okay, that doesn't even make sense. I mean, if you want to conversate with the rest of us, why don't you just conversate like normal? I mean, I'm not gonna be mean to you because you're making some weird comments, but it's just weird. It sounds like fun. Yes and no. It is and can be, depending. It can be really fun until you start going to war and shit. I won't be able to hear anything because I don't have any special stuff on my chat. But once you start going to war and shit, it's not so fun anymore. What do I do to train? It's a 7-day-a-week job. There's no vacation. It was 6 weeks, or no, 9 weeks, something like that. I think of infantry school. I think it was 9 weeks. Fort Benning, Georgia is where I went. Each MOS that you sign up for can go to a different one. It's not always the hardest place where I went, because the reason I went there is because I was attached. Any artillery guy is attached to the infantry. But excuse me. It was like you get up every single morning, like 6 o'clock. Go down to breakfast. Go do. Or wait a minute. Well, breakfast was afterwards. So you wake up at 6. You do an hour or an hour and a half, it was, of physical training, which they call PT, short for physical training, which is just push-ups, sit-ups, running every day of the week. Yeah, I went on road marches. The longest distance I road marched with a backpack on. Yeah, that's nice. Don't care. The longest I've road marched with a backpack on was 20 miles one direction. That was a hell of a road march. And you had, for the infantry school, you had to complete that road march or you would not uh, pass your test at all. You wouldn't pass and get out of basic training, basically. I'm gonna have to differ from the picture here. No, you only drive a tank if the MOS you pick is a tank driver. Other than that, no. I drove a track vehicle. It was the biggest piece of shit in the fucking army, but I drove one. And I don't think in the Marines there is any tank drivers. Not that I saw, because there's on the other side of Fort Benning there was also a Marine basic training there. I don't know. They might have tanks, but I really don't know. If they have any tanks, the best tanks are in the Army, honestly. Funniest. I didn't do much of funny, honestly. There wasn't a lot of time, like personal time, to go do stuff. There wasn't a bunch of time to be just hanging around and shit like that. There wasn't much time for that stuff. Especially in basic training. Basic training, 9 weeks. You're on their time. You don't do shit. You don't have no personal time. You can't. They don't allow you to drink any sodas. You can't have any candy. You can't have any kind of unauthorized, basically, snacks. Like, I don't think we had any snacks. Now you're just asking the same thing he was asking. You're starting to irritate me a little bit. A good way to see if you can pass the physical. Look up for your age group. Well, you got a ways, but let's say I think 16 is the lowest that you can get into the military, or 18, something like that. You look up like the PT test thingies there. And I think it was like you had to do, see how many push-ups you can do in 2 minutes, see how many sit-ups you can do in 2 minutes. I think you had to do for push-ups, I think it's like 45 push-ups until for the 2 minutes, I think. Damn it. I'm gonna do it from over here. I gotta put one in this side. Or at least one in the middle-ish. And I'll make it stand out a little bit. That's one of his eyeballs. Okay. Be here. That's his other eye. He's kind of looking to the right. And all the rest of this is just freaking red. And then I'll be done. Oh god. They're the elite of the elite. Basically, they're in the same lines as like the Green Berets and stuff like that. And SEAL Team 6 would be more of the Navy. Anyways, I didn't do Navy. You want to see the craziest of the crazy for the Army? Look up Task Force 20. That's the craziest of the crazies for the Army. I worked with them in Iraq. They got their own freaking website. Those are people you do not want to mess with. They're actually the same individuals that taught us jiu-jitsu before we went to Iraq. Yeah, those are guys that you'd never want to mess with. You gotta look them up sometime. Task Force 20. Oh yeah, all of them are. Even infantry basic training where I went, it was strict as hell. I wasn't low crawling right the one day under some wires or whatever, and so what the one drill sergeant did was, since I wasn't low crawling good enough to what he wanted, he stepped on my head and broke my glasses to my face. Granted, I don't think they can do any of that today, because they can get fired. But when I was in, that's what they did. I wouldn't doubt it if it still goes on. They're not supposed to, but if nobody ends up saying anything. Superman drills in basic training. That sucked ass. I hated that. That's where in the morning if somebody was bad or did something they shouldn't have, you would have to come downstairs the first thing in the morning. You'd be in your PT clothes, which usually shorts and a t-shirt. And if you had to do Superman drills, everybody in the battalion, which is a hazard, running all up the stairs, but you'd have to run back upstairs and change into another uniform within 1 minute and then run back down. Yeah, they're better than the crab walk, I think it was called, or the crab crawl. Crab crawl I think was worse. Bear crawl's not so bad. The crab one is where basically if you're sitting on the ground, you walk with your, you lift yourself up from a seated position to where just your hands and your feet are on the ground, and you go that way. That's the crab. Oops. I gotta say, this isn't a bad Deadpool, as far as I'm considered. I keep thinking that's gonna put blocks down, dummy, and it's not. Bloop. I am starting to get tired. No, but there was an even scarier thing that we had to do in basic training. That I don't know if it's part of every basic training or not, but it was this 3-tier trust thing that you had to do. That you had to Um, it's basically this three-tier wooden shelf thing or whatever it was. It's like 3 stories high, and you would actually have to, with a group of like 5 people or whatever, get to the top of this 3-story wooden structure with no safety ropes, no ladder to climb up it. It's 3 layers. Basically, the first guy stands, you know, stands by the edge, and the next person has to climb up him to get to the second level. And then the third person climbs up. And then those 2 people grab the arms of the guy that's still on the ground and pull him up. And then the next shelf, since you're not on the ground, you have to do it from the other way, where the person still one person stands, and he helps one person up, and then you climb up and over and around the outside of the next shelving. Yeah, I didn't like that. But that's a 3-layer thing that you had to do. That was not my favorite. And if you have a combat job, you have to be... They want everybody to be a certified combat lifesaver. I know what you meant with that, by the way. Mission Impossible. They want everybody to be a certified combat lifesaver, which means you will have to give people IVs, you will have to give people first aid, you'll have to know how to use a tourniquet. Basically, whatever those little EpiPen things are for bee stings, and, well, they're not really bee stings, but similar idea. They're for if you get into a chemical warfare. That stuff will help you to an extent. I think it's just like a steroid pen or something, I guess. But the giving people an IV if you miss and then pull it back out afterwards, and you like go through their vein and shit, blood does squirt out like a comic, you know. It kind of makes its little like arc and shoots out of the arm. That's not a joke. I didn't like that. And for the other guy's question, am I violent in real life? It depends. I don't take shit from no one, if that's what you mean. I don't take orders anymore. I don't deal well with assholes. So like I said, it depends. I don't like stupidity. There you go. That kind of looks like Deadpool. You know, I need to add a black one over there. Well, damn it. Well, we'll add... it depends on if you really want to go to war or if you don't. I mean, if you pick a job like arms room or something like that, that's a fucking cakewalk. Or, there's jobs in there that you'll never actually go to war. Like the, personnel, but I forget what it's actually called. The personnel office. I don't know what they're called exactly. Offhand anymore. That kind of looks like Deadpool, right? See, his hands are here. That's supposed to be like a gray for his a gray in his thing. Yeah, I think that's pretty decent. Let me get all this crap. I really should have got something that made me run faster, but oh well. No, it's not. Yeah, it might be fun in war for, you know, if you don't have an actual job that you're on the front lines and shit for. It is not fun. Plain and simple. It's the only time in my life that I've been at my lowest where I wanted to go out into the desert of Iraq and get shot and not come home. So no, it's not fun. I've ran over people, I've shot people, I destroyed a village. I've seen my friends get blown up next to me. I've had way too many friends die in the military. None of it's fun. You know, and one of the worst things about it, especially where I was, our main base was in Balad, Iraq, which I don't know if any of you ever watched the TV during that whole time, but it was basically in the middle of that triangle of death area. So we were getting attacked by mortars from the outside every single night. And the worst part about the whole thing is going to sleep at night and not knowing if you're going to wake up in the morning. Because you're not protected by anything when you're out there. Sometimes you're sleeping on the ground depending on where you are, in a Humvee, wherever. The most protected thing that they have is a metal Connex, which is a metal shipping container. That's no good for any kind of mortar that gets shot at you. So, going to bed every night and not knowing if you're going to wake up is not fun. You only usually carry one weapon at a time. But I've used a shit ton of weapons. Sometimes they do, like in Germany, which I don't know if that's open up anymore. I was in Germany for 2 years, in Schweinfurt. And the two bases that I was at there was at Kahn and Ledward bases. And that was a really nice time. That was before any of the war shit happened. Well, the towers went down when I was over there. There is no railguns for the average person. M16s, M4s, I forget what the grenade launcher is. But there's an M249, which is the SAW, which is the machine gun that took over for the M60. Other than that, that's a standard loadout for everybody. RPGs, no. You had, if you had an M4 or an M16, you would have a, I want to say it was a 203? Yeah, an M203 grenade launcher underneath the thing, underneath the actual rifle itself. But other than that, I think I need to add a red over there. But that's my Deadpool. I haven't done pixel art in a while, but I thought I did a good job. I'm going to put a red right there. But that was fun. This turned out pretty good, I think. Help with what? I don't need any help really with this. This is just a little Deadpool guy. Let's see how it looks like on the bigger map. Oh, wrong button. Kind of looks like Spider-Man a little bit. Or, shit. Yeah, my girlfriend has OCD. Obsessive compulsive disorder. And people kind of throw that around a lot today. I was debating if I wanted to put another red one on top of that. One on the belt over here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do next. There's a couple ideas I have. I think that Deadpool didn't turn out too bad. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Just so you know, I did finish this. I'm going to start doing pixel art quite often, either every day or every other day. I don't have any social. Well, I take that back. When we were in Iraq, which I was there for almost 2 years when it first happened, I got a little bit of leave, a little bit past halfway through, like a year and a couple months. They let some of us go home for like a couple months, and well, not a couple months, a couple weeks, excuse me, 2 weeks, and I actually had some. I was still in battle mode or whatever you want to call it, and I went into Walmart one day by myself, and I was looking at movies on the bottom shelf, and this girl came up behind me. I think it was, I don't remember what time it was, but she grabbed both of my shoulders with her hands and started speaking in some kind of foreign language that I had no fucking clue what she was saying. I jumped up and I almost knocked her the hell out because I was still basically in shell shock mode. Shit, I still get nightmares and everything quite often. You know, I don't get that so much. So many kids and shit say they have social anxiety. But then the same kids want to go to parties, and then the same kids, you know, if so many people have social anxiety, it seems like honestly that that's getting said and pushed around so much nowadays. I don't know if but truly believe that anymore. Sadly, there's like this one girl that is friends with my not friends with my, but yeah, well, yeah, basically. There's one of my girlfriend's daughter's friends says she has social anxiety, and she says she supposedly has this crippling social anxiety, but she sits there and goes to parties all the time, and she goes out drinking with people at bars and shit, and she's out, with different people all the fucking time, and supposedly she has this social anxiety that's supposedly so crippling. Not trying to be mean, but it seems like the youth is using that a lot nowadays, and I have no clue why. I mean, if someone actually goes to the doctor though, and they say you actually have this, or whatever, that's fine. But it's the people that sit there and say it, and then they don't go to the doctor, or they don't, go to a counselor and shit like that. It's just, at that point, you really can't believe them. I mean, honestly. Ugh. And my girlfriend's daughter has a friend that's like that. But I do say this turned out pretty good. Everybody gets nervous around other people too. That's not really what I would consider social anxiety. Yeah, the one girl I was talking about though sits there and says she has debilitating social anxiety. I don't know why I have trouble with that word, social anxiety, but she does all that shit that just doesn't fucking make any sense. I think she's just an attention, attention hoarder or something. She just wants attention all the time. I mean, I have nightmares 24, well, almost every day. I won't say every day, but usually every few days I'll have a nightmare, and I wake up from it, or I have night terrors, or I have my other issues that I have. Oh yeah, I can't kill the bunny that way. I chop. I'm not gonna help anybody, so just stop. Seriously. If you were in any of need of real help or anything like that, you would have called either 911 or something, because most people have a cell phone, they'd be in their room. You could either dial 911 or whatever. And if it's game item stuff, I'm not going into my all items world tonight. Shortly here, I'm going to hop off actually. I think this turned out good though. I'm just talking. Oh, another good thing to remember too is recruiters for any military lie to you. They will not tell you the truth about things, like what job you're getting into or any of that stuff. Recruiter's job is not to get you what you want, it's their job just to get you in. And this turned out good. I'm not sure quite yet. It depends on what I'm going to do. I might end up going to a state park and going swimming for the day or something. I don't know yet. Depends on how I feel in the morning. But this will be fun. I'm going to do this again. You're too young to get drafted. You have to be at least 16 or something. You said you were 13 or whatever. So no, you can't be drafted. They haven't had a draft in years. They're actually enticing people to join the military nowadays because some of the jobs, I don't know which ones, but they're actually giving people a cash signing bonus again. For a while they took it away, but now I don't know if they're just not getting enough people because of all the stupid wars and shit that we're involved in. But they're actually giving away like a $40,000 cash signing bonus for certain jobs. Probably like field artillery or anything like that. I don't know why, most people might think that I'm pretty normal. I don't take any medicine, which I probably should. Might help with some of my issues, but I don't like medicine. But I actually had to go. I don't know. I just do it off the PlayStation. I'm no example. I'm not doing nothing professional. I'm doing it for fun. That way I don't have to worry about anything. I've been doing this for 10 years. But I might go into this a little bit in detail sometime, but I don't know when. But to get my money that I'm getting from the government now, I had to go to a licensed psychoanalyst, and now I'm labeled. I'm labeled psychotic and delusional. I was wondering if I should name that, make up a second YouTube channel that says psychotic and delusional gaming. That would be kind of funny. I've been thinking about that for a while. I mean, if you think about it, anxiety or anything like that is nothing compared to what I have for issues. The psychotic is because I scratch myself when I get very depressed, and the delusional is because I see things that ain't really there from time to time. Like, actually I am. I've been labeled by a regular head doctor. I had to be. I didn't want to go, but I had to. Like, it was funny, one time, me and my girlfriend were down at my mom's when I was taking leave, and this is where the psychotic part comes from. Well, the psychotic part is because I scratch myself. The delusional part is because of the seeing things. Like the one time, me and my girlfriend were at my parents', we were sleeping in a bunk bed thing, and nobody was on the upper bunk, and me and my girlfriend were laying down there, and I just looked up and I was like, "Hey Keith, how did you get up there?" That's my brother-in-law. And nobody was there. I just started talking to something that just wasn't there. I've done that multiple times. There'll be times like where I wake up and I scare the shit out of everybody else because when I wake up, I don't know where I am and I don't know who people are for a while sometimes, and the one time I woke up and I was like in full-on fight mode. And I kind of scared my girlfriend and her daughter because they were coming back from the store late at night. And I didn't have my glasses on for one, and that made it a little bit worse. They came in, all I could see was like shadows, and I didn't know it was them. And I hop up off of the... I think I was sleeping on the couch at that point, and I freaking hopped up off of the couch, and I was like, with my fist up, and I was like, who's there? And they're like, it's us or something like that. And I was like, us who? And it takes me a little while sometimes to realize what the fuck I'm doing and where the hell I am. Sometimes it's funny after the fact, but sometimes it's really bad. Like, this was kind of embarrassing, but sometimes when I'm sleeping, I don't even know if I told my counselor about this stuff yet, but sometimes when I'm sleeping, I just lay there and I don't think I'm fully asleep, but then everything in the frickin' room seems to either start changing, or it's like I'm falling into a different room or something and the room starts shaking. It's like I'm like going somewhere where I don't want to be, and I literally have to get out of the room. I run out of my room and frickin' I'm just shaking and everything. It literally scares the complete shit out of me. I wouldn't say that one too much. So that's where all my delusional and psychotic stuff comes from. My left arm don't look too good. You know, my scratching isn't really to hurt myself, but when you have severe depression like I do, and when it gets triggered really bad, I get depression every day. Every single night, usually, when I'm not doing anything. If I'm just sitting in a room and it's quiet and stuff, it'll just trigger me. And it gets bad at times where when I scratch myself, it's not to hurt myself, but I've scarred up my left arm pretty bad, and it's just something people with depression end up doing, because it kind of brings you back down, I guess. I mean, it's not right to do it, but it just, I don't know, I can't help it at times. Yeah, I got crazy depression. Ugh. And I'm gonna see if I can go get a pistol permit. Because I don't know if it'll show up on anything that they look for. Ooh, I'm getting tired. But that turned out good. What do you guys think of the Deadpool here? As I got nasty indigestion. I think it turned out pretty damn cool. Oh, a tip for anybody that's still listening. If you ever get a powerful enough laser, pointer, or anything that shoots a laser out of it, if it's powerful and it'll burn stuff, do not ever point it at a cell phone camera. I did that with mine a couple days ago, and it burns the processor. Am I okay? Define okay. I'm living, that's okay enough, I guess. I'm never at 100% at any given day. I haven't felt 100% in a long, long time. I either have pain every single day, or I just don't feel good every single day. Ooh. Be a comedian? Not really. I only occasionally have funny things to say. And I can't... If I actually go out and get a job I would get paid for, they would actually take more of my money away than I'd probably make.
I could only, if I wanted to go out, yeah, I could get another job. I could get like a part-time job to make a little bit more money, but it would have to be like very little, so it's not even worth it. Because if I make too much, they'll end up taking a whole bunch of my money away, and that's not good. Like I was saying earlier, you'd have to make about $40 an hour. Well, $30 to $40 an hour to get what I make a month. And that's a full-time job, 8 hours a day for 5 days a week. There is no average pay. It goes off of your rank, and when you first get in, you don't make shit. I think it's like $400 every 2 weeks or something silly like that. But I was an E4 by the time I got out. I was gonna go to sergeant, but I got out early. When I wasn't in the military at E4, that's when you start getting some decent money. I think I was making $1,300 every 2 weeks, and then when I was in Iraq, since I had family and I was doing the combat job, I was making, I think, $2,600 every 2 weeks in Iraq. But my bitch wife, ex-wife, I should say, took me for a ride, took all that money, took a good portion of my my bonus too that I got when I was over there. Right now I get close to 4,000 a month just for sitting here, playing games, doing stuff, traveling. My car payment alone is $371 a month, which my car is a $31,000 car, which is awesome. Much better than my Dodge Dart. And if you're ever in the market for a good car, Nissan Altimas are actually really good cars. 2016. In Iraq, without the humidity, it was 140 degrees during the summer, and that's without the humidity. And yeah, you don't get, you have to wear your full combat gear, so it's your top, your pants, your boots. You have to wear your body armor wherever you're going everywhere. You have to wear your helmet everywhere as you're going. So you're with your weapon. You don't ever leave that anywhere. Nobody watches it for you. You take it with you wherever you go. And so yeah, it was hot. But sadly, after a little while, you actually end up getting used to it. It was kind of cool. We used to take, if you wanted cold water and you didn't have any actual cold water, you take a bottle of water, and in the military they give you black socks to wear. You would soak that black sock, put the water bottle inside the black sock, and actually tie it off to the mirror of the Humvee or something like that you're traveling in. And because of how hot it was and you traveling, the wind going past it and shit, it would actually cool down the drink very well. Next time on a really hot day, get a black sock and try it with a small bottle of water. You'll realize it will actually cool it down quite a bit. When the water evaporates from the sock, it removes a lot of the heat out of the water and cools it down quite well. Maybe I should make a Mario next. How does that work? Evaporation? Ugh. Water gets warm, it evaporates, turns into mist. And whenever water turns to mist, it also drags away some of the heat with it from the water bottle. Oh man. But it has to be a hot day. I would say at least 90 degrees. Hey, if you're a fan of the Flash series on TV, you should change your name to Grodd Makes, because there's Gorilla Grodd, the telepathic gorilla that was on there. I'm waiting for the new season of that to come out. Damn, man. I gotta get a new cell phone. I guess I don't have to, but I want to. What the hell is that? Oh, that one's that. Can't believe I might have to end up getting a new PlayStation 4 too. I've had this one for a while. I'm getting backfeed through the damn controller ports all the time now. Let me see what kind of picture I'd like to use. I could make the make a Winnie the Pooh next time. Oh, 5 then. Yeah, you're right. It is 5 is the next one. I don't know what I want to make next. A Mario maybe, or I could do like a I did a yin yang sign before. How about a Jacksepticeye? That'd be kind of cool. What do you guys think? Do a Jacksepticeye next time? That would be kind of cool, like Septiceye, like if you, a Homer, if you do like, actually I did him once before, I did a big one on my original world, if Supreme, if you look up one of my original videos a long time ago, it was pixel art, and you can see I did a pixel art of Homer, and it was a big size one, compared to this guy, I think he was about this tall when I was done with him. Yeah, I would say about, yeah, right about here. Oh, he was a lot taller than the Deadpool I just did. That took me a while. I might end up doing this Jacksepticeye one. This one's kind of cool. I like it. I gotta clear all of that shit. Erase. Clear all. There we go. I'm a big fan of Jacksepticeye. I used to be with Markiplier, but he hasn't been really doing any videos that I've been interested in lately. So I'll probably do that. I'll do a Jacksepticeye soon. Maybe if I start getting some girls on here, maybe I'll do like a My Little Pony or something for them. do a baby Groot. Cause his niece died? Whose niece died? I missed something. McDonald's cup. I could do a troll face. That'd probably be wicked easy. I wouldn't get many people that would probably join. This is the most I've had in a while. Do a Harley Quinn. That'd be a small one now. Do a Master Chief head. That would kind of be cool. Yeah, I think I'll do like a Master Chief head at one point too. That would be kind of cool. I'm gonna save that. Oh yeah, I did see that. Never mind. Yeah. No, it's not because of that. I haven't been following Mark for a while now. It's just, I don't know. He's trying so damn hard is what it is. He can't be like me where I do videos whenever I want, post whenever I want, just do whatever I want. He gets paid to do that, which makes it harder on him and his staff, whoever else works with him. I know he's got a few people, but it makes it harder on all of them getting paid like he does. Yeah, I'm actually going to be heading out here shortly myself. I'm just looking through some of these images to see if there's anything I might want to use later. How about the clown from It, Pennywise? That would be cool. Maybe. Might be too many colors though. A Yoshi would be cool. Yeah, I think I'll definitely do a Yoshi. I'm just getting some ideas for pixel art. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. There we go. That's a Yoshi. That would be an easy enough one to do. SpongeBob SquarePants. I don't think so. That would be cool. The guy from, the puppet from, Jigsaw there, or Saw. That one might be a little hard to do, though. At least from that image. A spiny shell from Mario, maybe? I could do a rose. That would be wicked easy. Just basically looking through here to find out if there's anything I would like to do. I could do a supersized diamond sword from frickin' Minecraft. That'd be easy enough. Bat symbol. I'm just not sure what I want to do. I got a couple ideas, so. The all-seeing eye from the Illuminati. Jigglypuff. Do a McDonald's logo. There you go. Hey, do a Flappy Bird. That would be wicked easy. Brofist from PewDiePie. Yeah, and I watch PewDiePie occasionally. Haven't watched him lately, but I watch him occasionally. Link would be kind of cool. Oh, I did a Brian Griffin before. I did Brian Griffin drinking a martini. You know, I did that Spider-Man, I think. Goomba. Yes, a Santa doing a dab. I never got the I never understood the craze of that stupid dab. Like one person does it, everybody does it. To each their own, I guess. Do a Slender Man. Yeah, I did that one already. It was in my first stream on my YouTube channel. You know, Bugs Bunny, maybe. But I got a couple for now, so I guess. You know, actually, I might save this one now. Do like an army soldier. That'd be kind of neat. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, guys. I am going to close this video out. It's been almost 2 hours already anyway since I started the streaming of this one. And I don't know if anybody's actually going to watch this far into the video if they look at my channel anyways. Alright guys, I'm the Streaming Iraqwar Veteran and hope to see y'all again soon. Have a good one. Yeah, I might end up doing that one. I'll look up some stuff I might want to do, like a tank or something. Have a good one.